Hi, Victoria here. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to show you today the amazing scalp massage that will make you feel exhilarated and well. You're going to just feel fantastic. So thank you for joining me. Please subscribe and stick to the end to see how you feel at the end of a beautiful scalp massage. And also I'm going to reveal what's coming next week. So here we are. Victoria here, and the feedback so far has been fantastic. I really appreciate it. So let's crack on ahead. How great was that? So we are going to visit the head region, not the face yet, not the neck necessarily. We're going to visit the scalp and the ears today. So I'm just going to remove my clips and my bunch. There we are. That's the Victoria that you know. And we are first of all going to look at yourself in the mirror. I don't know if you have a mirror nearby. And look, if you were just standing without looking at yourself, first of all, feel level. Feel that you are centered with your feet hip width apart, which is two of your fists next to each other between your feet. That will be hip width apart. And the toes are pointing forwards. Your shoulders are relaxed. Now look at yourself in the mirror. So this is called body reading. What are you doing? What are your shoulders, your head, your chin? What is your chest, your abdomen? What is it all doing? Are you level? So first of all, have a look at what your shoulders are doing. You do need to be quite pernickety, really look for even tiny little things because it will mean something else is going on within you. Now, I am left-handed, so that is probably the reason that my left shoulder is higher, although that might just be a good excuse for me at the moment. Also have a look at whether your jaw is jutting forward, whether your whole head is leaning forward, whether your head is back and chin in, or indeed whether you have head slightly or even quite a lot to one side or the other. All of these things mean something in body reading. So for instance, when we have both shoulders quite raised, it means that we are, yes, physically very tense. Maybe we're in a job where we're using our arms up and we're not resting our wrists on a keyboard, wrist rest, which I'm always telling clients to do. Always rest your wrists while you're tapping on the keyboard. Don't hold a phone to one shoulder. Make sure when you're pushing a pram or a lawnmower, whatever it is, that your shoulders aren't here while you're doing it. Obviously, I'm exaggerating, but a lot of people do have fairly tense shoulders when they're pushing. So really consider dropping those shoulders, literally push them down. You can feel it all the way across your shoulders here when you push them down. Yeah, it's almost like they bounce back up, but that's good because you're stretching the muscle, and the muscle does have softness to it, or it should do. So the bounce is a good thing. Yeah, that's really nice. So let them bounce a little bit, and then have a look at the placement of your head on your neck. So is your jaw forward, which it can mean that shows more an aggressive spirit. Maybe we call it very assertive, but really the best place for us mentally, physically, is central. So back here a little bit, not too much, and just central. And the same with if we had it far too back, that actually shows a slightly stubborn nature. If we have our head tilted to one side, that shows indecisiveness. So not being able to make a decision, but also not feel confident enough. Maybe we are wary of the punches, and so we try and get out of the way of a punch. Okay, so maybe try today, for the rest of today, Keep your head level, keep your head, if anything, chin slightly back, okay, because then it will bring your neck in line with the rest of your vertebra, your spine, okay. Keep your shoulders down, your head level. Okay, so we can move on. So there are two chakras, you know, I'm always talking about the chakras. There are two chakras in this area. One ajna at the third eye point here, and one here in the throat. And I am going to show you now how to massage your head. So first of all, the introduction, i.e. the introduction of your hands to your head. So with nice flat hands, just rest them first of all on your forehead. Remember to breathe. And then bring them off and rest them on the sides. This is just the introduction. So this is your brain, your whole electrical current nervous system, acknowledging that you are going to start a process of touch. So then you want to do the same thing, but you want to grip slightly in this way by bringing the scalp upwards. You could see the skin moving. That's a really good thing. Sometimes scalps don't move. So work all over the scalp and see, without hurting yourself. You don't want to hurt yourself. It's just a nice, therapeutic, loving, self-loving massage. It's really nice at the temples here. That's really good. So work all the way around the scalp. This is the introducing your hands to your scalp. Okay. Okay, next we're going to do the whole hand smoothing. Okay, so because we're doing it on ourselves, our fingers are pointing backwards. So first of all, down the center line. I did a face mask this morning and I got some in my hair, so it's starting to go a little bit oily. And then fingers going backwards. And then the third place, so we've done the center, we've done the midline, and now third place just over the ear, like this, all the way as far as you can reach round to the back line, and then underneath. And you want to be coming upwards. It's difficult to bring your other hand round, so you're going to be coming upwards. Depending on the length of your hair, you might be able to go all the way up. And then the other side. So two hands overlapping on that top area, like a parting line, over the ear, and up the back of the head. This is the side of the occiput bone here. Okay. So, here's the hairdo. So we're now, having done the smoothing, we're going to be doing finger pressures. So first of all, finger pressures on the temples, but actually, because we're going to be doing the face at a following week, next week, we're going to be just doing the finger pressures at the temples, but within the hairline. That's it. So have all the fingers together and then circle. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Now, I do have a couple of clients that aren't keen on that noise that the hair makes when you massage the scalp. So if that's the case, don't move your fingers within your hair, just move them in order to move the scalp so that there's no grating noise of the hair. And then further backwards, further back still, just behind the ear. And then at the back on the occiput, below and behind the ear. That's great. You're doing really well. Oh, So good. So we've done around here. Next we want to come to the top, finger pressures, further back. So you're using the pads of your fingers now rather than the ends. And then that allows you to feel, for you, how your scalp feels. The tighter it feels, probably the more tension. Now, when we say tension, yes, that can be physical tension, like tension within a muscle, but obviously, as we know, it can be mental tension as well. And because of the area that we're working on, I've just noticed a little bruise there. Because of the area we're working on, this is physical and mental tension. And then all the way down to the base of that occiput, not down to the neck, but just above it. That's great. Okay, so we've done the whole hand moving, we've done the finger pressure moving. So next we're going to do up and over the head, over the back of the head and down the shoulder. Up and over the head, down the back, over the shoulder. Fantastic. Whew, it feels like someone doing it to you. So the next step is stroking the hairline. So with fingers in a line like this, we're just going to stroke around the whole hairline to the back. From here, like widen this area, stretch downwards, stretch around the ears and under the occiput. Stretch. So I'm applying quite a lot of pressure here. Super. So next we're going to do one that goes down very well during an Indian head massage, and that is the hair pulling and combing and tapping. So first of all, we're going to do some pulling, and this is when your hairstyle goes out the window. So I'm pulling, and I'm actually using all of my fingers together at the moment, and I'm stroking it upwards. And away from the scalp, away, 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 pull, pull, pull. It's really nice to pull upwards actually. Little pineapple hairdo there. Okay, so having done the whole hand pulling, we're now going to do some pinching pulling. But don't hurt yourself and just do it if you can, but very difficult because you're doing it to yourself. Do it randomly. So it's almost unpredictable. So all over above the ears, behind the ears. It's really nice on the very top. I find it's always really nice to do this where the parting is. I think the parting gets more tension for some reason. I don't know if there's any research on that, but definitely the very center. So pinching, pinching, round the back, over the sides. Great. Oh, it's good fun doing this. Oh, my arms are starting to ache. Let's have a relax. Rotate your shoulders and breathe. And breathe. Are yours aching too? So let's just have a pause for a moment. Get some energy back into those biceps. So having done the pulling, we're now going to do the combing. So instead of combing with the whole hand, you're just going to use the very tips of your fingers this time instead of the pads. And you want to do it quite lightly. You're not actually going through to the scalp. Obviously, if you've got no or little hair, this also feels nice to do the combing. It's very stimulating. I think the more we do of this, the more it encourages hair growth and really vibrant, glossy and thick hair. I've always had very thick hair. Okay, and now the lovely tapping. So very, very gently, just tapping. We're not heavy at all, just very gently tapping all around the head. Now if you can move the fingers separately, that's great. If you can't do that because of arthritis and things, then just whole hand tapping, but really gently. You don't want to be knocking on the door and your brain saying, what is going on out there? This is just really beautiful and gentle. You're being soft with yourself. So the next place we're going to do is our ears. I love an ear massage. So maybe I'll just tie my hair up for you so that you can see my ears properly. Gosh, my hair's so long. Okay, so the ear. I haven't got an earring in, so that's easy to show you. So first of all, your index finger and middle finger around your ear like this, and a nice rotation. So I'm actually gripping, I mean I've got quite small ears, you might have bigger ears that you can get hold of more easily, but I'm actually gripping the very top section. And I'm moving the top, but actually it's going to move the whole ear, which is great. You know, I can feel it being stimulated deep within. This is so good for inner ear health, as well as all of this skin and cartilage in the outside of the ear. And I like this area being massaged here, the very front bit. You might want to pick that up and move it round. Okay. Lovely. So now I'm just pinching and rotating. It's almost like it's in three parts. The upper ear, the middle ear, and the bottom ear. You might want to be doing two at the same time. Oh, it's gone nice and red. That is a really good sign. So that shows that the blood has been called to the area through the stimulation of the massage. And blood is life. Blood will bring renewed energy, all the nutrients and oxygen that you need. So that's great. Super. Okay, so I'd like you to relax and breathe. We've just got one more stroke left, but first of all, I want you to realize how you feel right now. Acknowledge. So whether you're sitting or standing, maybe feet hip width apart, and breathe. So your head will feel clearer, there is clarity. There is no headache. You feel there is no sinus congestion, even though we haven't physically worked on the face much yet. We've just mainly worked all around the scalp. There are so many cranial bones there and muscles that you will have treated. So think of your brain function right now. You're going to be fantastic for the rest of the day. Okay, one last move, which is just the Effleurage to finish it off, which is the whole hand alternate stroking backwards. And you're going to be working nice and slowly around the whole head. I always like starting in the center and then coming out both ways. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, my hair feels really nice now actually. Don't know about the hairdo, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate all of your comments, likes and shares. So next week I am going to bring you the face massage, and that is going to be amazing, not only for anti-aging but also for facial health. So that's sinuses, for eye health, for breathing, mouth health and obviously dental health. For the jaw, most of us have got quite tight or imbalanced, misaligned jaws, and this will all help that. So thank you for joining me, and I wish you a lovely day.